Max, Week 2, it's an AFC battle and possible playoff preview with Flex Luthor and the Browns at home taking on Revelocity and the Jaguars. Both teams coming off wins in Week 1 and looking to keep the mojo rolling in Week 2 and beyond. You can't win them all if you lose the second one, so let's see which team would keep their undefeated young season alive. Revo starts with it on first down. They lose 6 yards, and after this play, they wish they'd only lose 6 yards on second down, too. Picked off at the 47-yard line by John Johnson, and yes, that's really his name. Browns defense makes an early statement, and they're hoping the new leader of their offense can make another. That new leader is last year's Super Bowl winning quarterback Derek Carr, acquired via a trade that sent Baker Mayfield to Las Vegas. Unfortunately, they don't go with his arm there on 3rd and 3, and Nick Chubb is stopped just shy of the line to gain, so they're going to try a field goal here just 3 plays after that pick. But I'm including the field goal in the highlight package, and if you've been watching these for a while, you know what that means. The kick is up, and it is no good, just a little bit short, and the Jaguars dodge that early turnover bullet, taking over right at midfield. After a penalty on first down pushes them back 7 yards, it's 1st and 17, and Trevor Lawrence takes that number to heart. With the help of Jamal Agnew, they pick it up over the air, and now this Jacksonville offense is finally off the starting block. A couple plays later, Lawrence rolls out to the left side and fires a dart on the run to tight end Jonathan Dixon for 13 yards in the first down. He had a couple more catches in this one, and you'll see them both in just a bit. But in the meantime, enjoy this catch and run by rookie receiver Ethan Houghton for the first score of the game. Takes this one to the right side, and there's no one there for Cleveland able to keep him from his goal. Kick is up, and it's good, and it's 7-0 Jags with just over 2 minutes left in the first. Flex with it now, starting on the 25, and Chubb breaks free. He's across midfield, and this one is coming back. You see that yellow banner up there below the score bug? It's an incredible run, but it won't count because Joel Bitonio gets called for a killer hold. You may have noticed it was already 1st and 20, so another 10 yards tacked onto that makes it all but impossible to keep the drive alive, and this time Cleveland is forced to punt. Closing seconds now, the first, and Revo runs the play action, starts to waggle right, but sets his feet and fires to Jonathan Dixon. That's one of the catches I was talking about earlier, and it was a nice one. 57 yards and a score, and just like that, the lead is doubled 14-0 going into the second quarter. It's our first chance in this video to see Derek Carr in action, and frankly, this is why. He didn't have a great game. This was one of his worst throws tonight. Pretty much right at Rayshawn Jenkins, who snatches it up and takes it to the house, and this game is taking a sharp turn in favor of Revo. It's 21-zip now. Flex needs to get a hold of this thing, or it'll be over before the third kicks off. So Carr has another chance here, but it's 4th down, and they're kind of in no man's land in terms of the field position, so they're going for it, and Carr, well, that one may not have been his fault, but it still goes down as an incompletion for him, off the hands of David Njoku, but it was contested. Whether he should have caught it or not, he didn't, and Cleveland turns it over on downs, which leads to this. 2 plays later, Travis Etienne gets the handoff, gets a couple of blocks, and gets gone. A 48-yard rush, and the game has officially been busted open. The first quarter was relatively evenly matched, but in the second, Revo grabbed on with both hands and doesn't seem like he's going to let go anytime soon. Second half now, Flex knows he has to do something, and DC finally shows us something good. 47 yards in the air, he hits Odell Beckham Jr. in stride, and on their first possession in the second half, the goose egg is broken, and the Browns are on the board. Still a lot of work to do, but down 21 is better than down 28. That's where Cleveland finds themselves now. The score is 28-7, and now they need to stop. They're not going to get it here, though. Etienne catches this one behind the line of scrimmage, and he has a man to beat. Beat him he does, and makes him look silly on his way to a 22-yard run down the right sideline. Crosses midfield and spins at the last second to fight for every inch he can. That's the kind of run you can expect from this guy. Etienne is one of my favorite players to watch in this league. He was last year when CE was at the helm of Jacksonville, and now with Revo, he hasn't missed a beat. After losing 4 yards, it's 3rd and 14, and this play goes for just under what they needed for the first. Dixon makes his 3rd catch of the day, but he can't stretch past the sticks, so Jacksonville kicks a field goal and goes up 31-7 with 2.5 minutes left in the third. Carr didn't have many good plays, but this was one of them. Play action, he looks to his left to his tight end, Austin Hooper, and fires for the 23-yard gain. Better late than never, I guess. Let's see if he comes alive a bit here. He's going to throw again on this one, but this wasn't a great play by the quarterback. It was a demonstration of raw power by Nick Chubb as he breaks not 1 but 2 tackles on his way to a 9-yard gain on 1st and 10. Plays like that go a long way in keeping drives alive, and just a few plays later, they get one of the biggest strikes of the game, as Carr takes the snap, rolls left, and on the run throws a strike to Odell Beckham Jr., who's caught at the 1-yard line. OBJ did have a nice game, ending up with 117, and then 2 plays later, Chubb caps it off with 6 points, breaking another tackle he would not be denied here, and it's 31-13. Browns have a chance to make it a 2-score game if they can convert for 2, and convert they do. Carr hits OBJ right in the middle of the end zone, so with 6:43 left in the fourth, we might have a game here after all. They do have to get the ball back pretty quickly though. 2nd and 7, this play won't help. Jamal Agnew gets absolutely wide open on the right sideline and makes the grab, takes it for 34 yards where he's down to the 38. Browns backs up against the wall now, and it's about to get worse. Very next play, Travis Etienne says, "Thank you, I'll take that, and I'm going all the way over here with it, no matter who gets in my way." Another excellent run by the youngin, and Jacksonville goes up 38-15, effectively putting this one out of reach. They were victorious by a final score of 38-21. Trevor Lawrence only threw 11 passes in this one, but 10 of them were good. One was picked, and the other ones were good for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. Etienne had 14 attempts for 142 yards, averaging just over 10 yards per carry, which is just absolutely bonkers. He also had 2 touchdowns, and the one Jags takeaway was a pick by Rayshon Jenkins, which was also returned for 6. Derek Carr was bad. So bad that Cleveland moved on from him in favor of Carson Wentz, who I believe by now he's also moved on from. So the quarterback situation in Cleveland is not good, to say the least. In fact, except for a few select plays, this one was a game to forget for Flex and the Browns in totality. And they're going to have to figure that quarterback thing out, because it's almost impossible to win in this league without a serviceable quarterback handling the rock every down. And that's going to do it for us here today. Once again, your final score is Jacksonville 38, Cleveland 21. For more Max coverage, including live commentary broadcasts, follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ace510. And for more highlights, subscribe right here on YouTube as well. I am Ace510, and so long until next time, where we'll see you right here on the Max Broadcast Network.